Hey everybody, Red October. Today is Thursday. Just a quick shout out to C-Max Arms. I heard about your news, brother. I hope that you recover. Hang in there. All the prayers and thoughts to you from Red. And I'll definitely be keeping you in my prayers. I saw a video yesterday and I saw a video this morning. Two different videos. I'll leave a link in the description below. Is that right? Yeah. Of those videos. And one had to do with how did we get to this point as a society. The other one was a Florida man shooting out tires and the engine on a couple of AT&T utility trucks. And I'll start with the first video. How did we get to this point as a society? And I think it really has to do with communication. Nobody knows how to communicate. And I say nobody meaning in general, not nobody does out there. Because there's still a lot of good people. But a lot of people in today's society, whether they're young, they're old, they're foreigners, they're Native Americans, and I mean native meaning they're born and raised here. Nowadays, we're just so frustrated with each other because everything is such a cluster. In my hometown where I grew up, this was once known as a small city, just a cool laid back. It's grown so much. It's just it's not the same city. It's not the same place that I remember. There's a lot of history. Places that still exist. There's a lot of memories, but the population has grown so much, which has changed the culture, which has changed the landscape, which has changed everything about living where I grew up. Cost of living's gone up and so forth. That I think when you start getting too many people in an area and you see those houses that are built just side by side by side, seems like that much room between the houses. When you start getting into areas that there's room starting to run out, or they're trying to cram in as much people, I think people start to get on each other's nerves. I think that's when the tensions start getting high. Not to mention it's hot as hell outside right now. This week's going to be in the triple digits where I'm at. That's freaking high. I mean, 97, 98 I can deal with. Get to 99, 100, 101, it's a bit much. But anyway, I think, again, we don't know how to communicate as a society. We all want our way. We want to believe in what we want to believe in. We don't want anyone telling us what to do, what to say, how to live, because we live in America. Even the foreigners come in with the notion is that nobody can tell them what to do. They don't have to follow the rules. And I say foreigners, not just people from Mexico. I'm talking about people from the Middle East, from Asia, from all over. Come in and they don't want to follow the instructions. They don't want to read the instructions. They don't want to follow the steps. They don't want to follow the rules. They just want to do what they want to do. And that's frustrating because now you get culture clashes, even country clashes, where you get people from here, the United States, dealing with foreigners that are coming here, wanting to make a life, and it's like, it's too much. The guy in the Florida video shooting, which again I'll leave a link in the description below. Amazes me because I'm thinking, what would cause this guy to get so frustrated with utility trucks outside his house that he would say, I don't want these trucks here, and the guys are like, hey, we got to do some work here, which is part of the street, the poles and stuff. This guy gets so mad that he doesn't realize that the system is bigger than him, that he feels the need to go back in the house, get his revolver, come back out and start just shooting the tires. And then when he's done with that, start shooting the engine block. And I'm thinking, okay, what's the end game here? You know that by doing this, okay, you're going to release your frustration. You're gonna show them who the man is, right? You got the power, right? A revolver. And you start shooting at these trucks out in the public. Cops show up. What's the end game here? What are you going to accomplish? Now you got a charge, and he probably doesn't care because the guy's like 64 or 60 something years old. Has a charge, goes to jail, pays the fine. Probably going to lose any rights that he may have as far as a gun owner if he carries. He's going to have a felon charge on his history. Then he's going to cry when he can't own a gun to protect himself because of his frustration. What's the end game there? You know, this world's changing, and it's changing faster than I think people can keep up or change and adapt to, because, again, we're getting a lot of people in this country. We're getting a lot of people moving into areas. There's no peace and tranquility. I can't even say the word. There's no place to really make your own world in this country. It's hard unless you have money to go buy acres of property and say, I'm going to live how I want to live on this property. No one's going to tell me what to do under the laws, right? And do that. Most of us live in a certain, small piece of property area that we have to share with neighbors. And sometimes you don't like your neighbors playing loud music. You don't like your neighbors, on machinery outside, or cutting the grass early in the morning, or having dogs barking. But how did we get to this point? How did we as a society get to this point that we can't even communicate with each other? Alright guys, that's long enough. I hope you have a good day. I've been staying busy myself. I'm working on a new patio swing for somebody. And I'm just trying to live my life, man. I'm just trying to enjoy this life because, again, things are changing faster than we can keep up. Alright, have a great day. Red out.